Greetings and welcome to another bead haul for Odin's Bead Haul. So, this one is another clusterfuck, but I got everything I needed, so I was able to do this without any weird-ass jump cuts. Mostly this order is a bunch of shit that I'm doing for my vendor stalls, and I just wanted to do... which for me involves a lot of earrings, because... earrings are really super easy to do, and you always find those packs of chandelier findings that are super cheap, especially per pair, and then you add a random thing of beads, and it's just really simple, cheap thing to do for like $5 a pop. So if you're ever looking for table fillers, take a look at some of those and see what you can find. And of course a bunch of little deedly bobbers as well. So, I think I showed some of these on Instagram because I wasn't expecting more orders, but first off, I got these Loopy Thingies, which are pretty cool, very typical, and I think these would be very fun. There are a lot of options available on the market which have like a shit ton of holes on them, and I pretty much made my limit at 5. I'm not going to do any more because it's not worth my time if I do more than that. So I think there's 12, yeah, there's 12 in a pack, so that's 6 pairs, and I think this cost me like less than $3. I always raid the, like the clearance and the deals to get some really cheap chandelier findings, and the usual chandelier findings are pretty cheap as well. You can usually find it for even cheaper. Another variation I got with these pretty golden thingies. Those also come in a pack of 12. I got gold just because some people prefer gold, even though I don't. I'm gonna have to like put my kit, include my kit when I do vending, because I'm gonna default put surgical steel on these. But I know that doesn't go very well. So I don't know, these are pretty, only 3 holes, and I'm kind of going for more like, I used to do a lot of cutesy things, so I'm kind of going for a more mature aesthetic, especially because I want to get into some steampunk shows. And another thing I got on the clearance stash, which I am incredibly excited about, and if they still have these when I run out, I'm gonna probably get the rest of their stock, but these are earring cuffs, and I think they cost me like $1.10 per pack, and I'm gonna probably not sell them in pairs. I'm probably just gonna sell them singly because, I don't know, I like the asymmetrical look, but these were just incredibly exciting to me, because you can see you've got 5 loops there. I kind of wish there was a loop in the center. I don't know, I might solder something, or I could wrap some wire, like a little wire coil around it, and put a dangly bit there, because I like those. So, these are fun, and again, I'm probably just going to chunk them on my table for like $5 a pop. And it'll be fun. I do need to buy like an ear display for these. And then one other fun thing that I got was a key. I couldn't see the details from the picture, but I saw it's got a little Ganesh idol icon on there, so that's pretty cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm probably going to add like a beaded spiral rope or something to it, and just to have a nicer piece to put on my table, because that's always fun to have, is just some larger ticket items. So I'm going to do that. That was also on sale for like $1, I think. Although I don't know why this says 12 for the quantity. There's only 1 in here, but whatever. And then, to feed onto my pasties habit, I got a few packages of Rhinestones. Some of these packs were stupidly cheap, like 50 cents per pack. I was not able to get a lot of these because I was running on a budget, but I got some of the more common colors that I would use, and some of the larger ones because I don't have too many huge sizes. I don't remember what size pack this is, and of course it was covered, so I think this is like 36, and these are 1 gross for this size. I got a zircon, cyan, and tourmaline, which I'd never seen before. I don't know if that's a retired color that's available on bicones or not, because I'd like to see that. But yes, that was it for Fire Mountain. And to kind of add to it some findings, I went to jewelrysupply.com because Fire Mountain had a pack of like 100 for $14 of surgical steel. And no, that's too expensive. I paid like 50 cents for a pack of 10. These are surgical steel, spring coils, and I bought a couple packs of those to kind of add to my collection. And then I saw these findings on sale, which are really cool. I don't have very many gunmetal findings, but it's just these little Art Nouveau looking things that are pretty cool. So I got that. They've only got 3 holes. I can put like an industrial medical theme. So yeah, I got those. And that was all I got from jewelrysupply.com. And then I was running on a budget, but then I considered doing my Yodas again, as well as my Navis, because those are very popular, and especially with The Mandalorian out, that would be very appropriate. So I scrunched and saved up from a few packs from Aura Crystals. They sell theirs per gross, so I'm not sure how many I'm going to get out of these. I'm hoping for, but I'm not too sure. So I got Aeronite for the skin. I got, what is this? Light Colorado Topaz for the robes. And this pretty color that I've never used before, Bronze Shade, Crystal Bronze Shade. So, for the darker features, I might have to redesign a little bit of it because of the way I did things. And I actually don't have an old model of my Yoda, or at least I can't find it. I always had one in stock just to, like, give an example of it, but I can't fucking find it. So I don't know where it went. So, because of that, that kind of inspired my art beads purchase, because I finally decided I might as well do Navis as well. And then it was like one of those sale things, because like my cart was like $23, so adding $2 more would have been advantageous, because I would just get more beads. So, that's how they get you. That's how those things work. But I got my Navi supplies. I've got my light turquoise, my crystal AB wings, and some top drill bicones. I'm thinking that I can make 4 out of these. At least that's what I made the crystals for. So hopefully I can make 4 and they disappear. So for my redesign of the Yoda, I have these little bead caps from, I think, TierraCast. Yes, TierraCast. And I'm going to attach them to the Yoda figurine as like a little cuppy thingy. Like, I'm going to make it look like he's holding a cup. So, that got some of those. I probably bought more than I needed, but that's okay. Yeah. And then I wanted to get some of the new things that just launched from the SpringSummer Collection. So I grabbed a couple of the pearl colors, some of the shimmer colors, and a few stones. I'm not sure how I feel about the stones. They have like this is called the Ignite effect. It's basically replacing a foiled effect, but I'm looking at them and I don't really see much of like a finish. A little bit if you turn it towards the right side. I can see the finish on the back, but it's really not showing through, which is kind of disappointing to me. I got one of these 10mm cushions because reasons. I got a crystal chaton, which I can see a little bit of it. There's the finish. Well, I can barely see well, there's a little bit of a finish in the back. I can't really see this. So, yeah, I'm wondering. I have a little bit of a blue sheen when I turn it the appropriate length, but I don't know. If I were to buy it, I would buy it because it's unfoiled, not necessarily because of the finish. Because I'm having just a hard time with it. I'm wondering if it would be different if they put the finish on the front, to make it more shimmery, but yeah. And then I bought some, what are these? Pacific Opal Shimmers. I am really enjoying the shimmer effect. I find it to be a lot more subtle than AB, so if you don't want that in-your-face blinding pop, I think these are a really great replacement, because you have like a glimmer of something while also still being able to appreciate the actual color of the bicone and the crystal. And then I got a couple of pearls from the new collection. I do like them. I especially like the pink. It's got a nice bluish, purpley sheen to it, and this is very pretty. So I'm glad for this color. As for the blue, I don't think we needed this color, because they recently-ish launched the, I forgot what this one was called, but like, it's a bit of deeper toned, and I don't remember what it was called. It's like iridescent sky blue, probably, or something. I mean, I can appreciate the difference, but I'm not sure if it was really something we needed. Honestly, I do prefer this color over this one, but I just think it was we needed one or the other, not both. So, that's just my opinion. But I do really like it. It's more of a shiny color, whereas this one's more of a matte finish on it. And I really, really do like the pinks, because you can see they once again have the shiny, shimmery finish. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but yes. And then there was a crystal color, but I didn't get it. I think it's Crystal Iris. They described it as something between amethyst and light amethyst. Again, in my opinion, that's just something we don't need. It's just not a very original color, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, with these new launches, I'm not inclined to collect them. I wouldn't use it because, I mean, I have Iris, or not Iris, I would have Amethyst. I don't think we need it. So, I didn't bother picking it up. I know a lot of people do like it, but not for me. So that is all from my purchase things. I did get a delightful holiday present from a friend of mine, which are these delightful chatons. These are unfoiled. It looks like I've got a chrysolite and a tanzanite in here. Unless they're alexandrite, now that I'm looking at them. These might actually be alexandrite, because I can see they're doing a bit of a color shifty. I'm not sure. They are pretty, they are unfoiled, and I do enjoy them quite a bit. So these are them in all their shimmery glory. Very pretty, and I will probably find something to do with them. Then, she included Caribbean Blue Opal F, which I'm not sure what the F means. It's very pretty. Although I'm not sure. I actually don't think those are the color. It's a very pretty greenish color with a shimmer. I could tell it's an After Effect coating. So, 6 of those would be very, very useful. And finally, we have this. We made a trade and we did a beading challenge together. So, I've got my supplies, she's got her supplies. And I wanted to share with you what they are getting. Because there are items that I can't, like, shapes and sizes that I can't recommend supplies, I'm probably not going to do a tutorial over the finished piece, though I might showcase what I make from it. I don't think I'm going to make a video on it, so follow me around on social media, and I'll probably post it somewhere. But primarily the focal piece is some resin round cabochons, which I have an idea already of how I'm going to present this. So these are pretty cool, with some shimmering mica and some large iridescent hexagonal glitters, which is cute. She also sent over 6 very pretty Rivolis. I think these are 12 millimeters. I don't know what the finish is on this, but it's really pretty. White Opal Bermuda Blue. No, get back in your spaces. So that's a very, very pretty color. I like that a lot. And a same in the pear shape, like a fancy pear shape. And one, I believe that's a 14 millimeter. It looks like either a volcano or vitriol. Some 6 millimeter, I think, 8 millimeter pearl drop cabochon thingies. I think these are half drilled, because of the holes in the back. So I've got those 2 pretty little top drilled stones that are really cool. They've got 1 hole at the top and they got like an AB finish on top of them, so these would be nifty to work with. And then for some basics, we've got some amazing 6mm faceted rounds. I don't often use faceted rounds because they're so damn expensive compared to like regular bicones. We got some rondelles, which are spiffy and adorable, and I think they got a little bit of an AB finish on them, or some sort of coating on them, so that'll be nice. And then some true 2mm beads, which I love to use quite a bit. So that is my challenge to make something out of, so be on the lookout for my finished results. I am probably, when I work on my earrings, I'm probably going to live stream it. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll probably make a bunch of earrings on stream, so feel free to join me with your own mountain of projects. And I think that will do it from me. Be sure to like up this video and subscribe if you want to see more bullshit from me. Follow me around on social media to check out all of my internet shenanigans and say hey, hi, how are ya, and what have you. And thank you so much to my patrons over on Patreon. Your support is awesome and fantastic, and I really, really appreciate it. You all are awesome. So, if you also want to join me over on Patreon to get exclusive tutorials once per month, there's a link down below for patreon.com/odins.musings. Come and join me there. Thank you all so much for joining me, and of course, if there's anything I need to be trying out right now, feel free to let me know down below, and I will see you next time.